Good morning. Let's start working through more of these. So yeah, I've seen this question quite a lot. So certainly in the UK as well. So this is something I've heard over the last few years. So these are people that physically work in the courts in the UK, basically saying that the only people that ended up in court to do with tax forms were people that didn't even fill them in correctly. He hadn't come across any where they'd been brought into court because they hadn't filled them in. It's because you don't actually have to, but they word it in all the letters like you do. So the IRS and Inland Revenue, they're both crooked. They're both corrupt. So it won't be long before we're told the Inland Revenue is going to get shut down as well, because we should never have been paying taxes anyway. This money was just basically going into the elites, into the top families, being used, coming down for us to borrow back off them again to then pay them back interest. It's a complete scam. So yes, it's closed, and I'd also heard on Intel earlier on this year as well, that's basically that people were still sending in the taxes. So we're like, why are we sending it in if it's closed? And it's because they're going to keep taking your money off you if you send it in. So they haven't been chasing anybody either. But yeah, it's official. The IRS building is physically boarded up. There's a huge wall around it, so it is closed. The intel I got yesterday was that we should expect to see sort of messages coming out between the 5th of April and the 15th of April to say that you won't even need to send in your 2022 forms. So yeah, hold off for now. You won't even need to do it anyway. It's all coming down. The entire banking system's crashing. The stock market will crash. It has to crash. Everything has to come down. And you got to remember, with these banks, they're all interlinked, every single one of them. So we knew all this was coming, but we've been waiting so long to see it start to move. But that's all it's taken. It's taken a major bank. Silicon Valley Bank has just been massive from the minute that crashed. And also, bear in mind, the day before it crashed, it paid all its members massive bonuses, knowing full well it was crashing. So food for thought on that one. And then since then, I've seen apparently there's about 71 banks has gone down in the last 48 hours, but I'll do another video on that as well. It's just going to keep crashing. They're all interlinked. And if people are sat in countries going, well, that's in America, it's not going to affect us, they are all linked. So it will come down, and it will bring the stock market down. You think about it, as soon as these banks start going down, and it's going to lose sort of value in the stocks, and they're just going to freeze it so it doesn't keep coming down. They already had to freeze it on Monday morning straight away because stocks were just shooting down too quickly. So the stock market will crash. It has to crash because it's all rigged anyway. It's just basically like, the way I've been described the stock market is, it's basically been like a casino for the elites. They've just been playing with everyone.